I'm going to show you how to use the bulk image uploader on a Mac now. So once you've downloaded the file, you need to open it up. When you get a pop-up, you need to make sure you enable macros. Reason being, if you don't do this, then none of the code will work. I can assure you that all the code I've written here is all written by myself, and it doesn't contain anything that requires access to any of your systems except for the file that you choose, and you'll be able to grant access to that yourself. So we're going to click enable macros, and then this is your user interface. So all we need to do here really is click here to add pictures. You'll get a little prompt and it will say any sheet pictures on the sheet will be removed. So we're going to click OK. Currently there's nothing on there anyway. And this is our pop-up. So it should default to choose folder. And then if you want, you can click here to go to the video guide, which is currently what you're watching. And then we need to choose our image folder first. So what we need to do here, and I'm sorry, this is a bit of a odd workaround, but this is the way that works the best. So we're going to go to Finder. We're going to find our folder that we want to upload. I'm going to hold Control and click, which will bring up the menu. Or you can right click if you have two buttons. Then you're going to hold the options button and you'll notice you get an extra option here, which is copy whatever the file name is in quote marks as path name, and then click on that. So that will then copy that. If you come back to Excel, we're going to click on this button here to input the folder path. And then we're going to do Command and V to paste that in. So just check that that's correct. So this is the right file path. For me, we're going to click OK. And that's where the images are going to be pulled from, is that particular folder. Now we need to come to images, the second tab up the top, and we're going to make sure that our images are meeting the image requirements that we have. So the requirements are they either need to be a JPEG or a PNG file. Unfortunately, it won't work with anything else. They need to have the same name and they need to be labeled sequentially from 1. So for example, if you can see the image on the right hand side, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, slide 5, slide 6, etc. Or you can have questions 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, or you can simply just rename your file as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. up to however many you want to. So I'm going to check that my files are all named in this way. So I'm going to come back to my folder here and open them up. Now on a Mac, I've discovered this, it's much easier to actually rename all your files very easily. So I'm going to click on the first file I want to upload and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to hold Shift and click, and that will highlight all of those files I want to rename. And then I'm going to Control and click on the first one, which should bring the menu up. And then we'll go to rename. What we need to do is click on this drop down here and we're going to do format, and the format is going to be name and index. New custom format here, I'm just going to delete that, and the numbers are going to start at 1. I'm just going to put U because I'm lazy. So we'll see here, this is the example of what the file name will look like, and then obviously the second number will be 2, 3, 4. So we leave the start number at 1 and click rename. So this is what I'm going to use now to type in the names. So if we come back to Excel, so the file name, we need to type them as, so for example, my first file name was u1.png, wasn't it? You need to make sure that it's the exact file name that you have. But instead of typing each number in, what we're going to do is replace the number with an asterisk or a star symbol. So all of my files, let's find her. All of my files are in the format of U, then the number, then .png. So I need to make sure that's exactly how that's written within this file part here. And then images I want to upload, I have 200. Now you need to make sure that this is exactly correct and you add the .png or the .jpg onto the end, because if you don't do that, then you will end up with a error message which says it can't find the file. So then we're going to click Insert Images. We'll get a pop-up here. This pop-up is basically asking us if we are happy for the Excel to access that folder and all of those files. So you could check through them if you want to, just to make sure it's accessing all the things you want. We'll click Select, and then I'm going to grant access to those. And then it should begin uploading them. Obviously, the more images you have, the longer it will take you to upload those. And there we go, we've got all our images uploaded there. I'm just going to scroll through and check they've all gone in. Oh, gone too far. Yeah, there we go, we've got all 200 images. Now all my images are uploaded, I'm going to save the file. And then close it down. And then I've got my Google Drive ready. So now the next phase is we're going to upload that file that we've just saved to Google Drive so that we can make sure the images are in the correct place. So this is what the file that I've used. So I'm just going to click and drag that to upload it. You can also go to New File Upload and browse that way. And again, same thing there, just click Open. So first thing I'm going to do is just check to make sure the images have actually gone into the cells. It is incredibly unlikely because I've got lots of error checking with this that they won't work. But just to check, I'm going to click this top right part up here. And I'm going to click and drag and make this as small as possible. And just make sure there's no floating images hanging around anywhere, which there aren't. So it means that all of the images I've uploaded have gone into the cells and they haven't floated above, basically. So I'm just going to undo that. But I am going to make them a tiny bit smaller so that I can move them a bit easier. So I'm happy that they're on there. If you're having trouble previewing or opening, you should be able to right click and open with Google Sheets. I'm aware occasionally this can cause problems. If you have a file that's above 100 megabytes, it may not open in preview mode. So like I said, control and click, open with Google Sheets, and it should again open it with Google Sheets straight away. Now we want to copy this to our file that we want to use the images in. So control and click on the tab at the bottom, copy to existing spreadsheet if you want to copy them to a spreadsheet you already have. I'm going to copy mine to this one. So this is a sheet I want to copy it to. You can search in your drive here, or you can navigate as you would do normally within Finder. I'm going to click Insert. And then we'll click Open Spreadsheet. And then it'll open the one that I want to copy my images into. And you'll see down here that we've got a copy of that file. So I'm going to select all of these. And click on the first one. I'm going to hold Shift and then press Command, and then I'm going to press down, and that will highlight all of the images that there are on there. So again, that's Shift, Command, and down. And then I'm going to press Command and C to copy them. Or you can right click, copy. And then we're going to come to the sheet that I want to copy them onto, and I want to put my images here. And I'm going to press Command and V, and that should paste the images into the cells for me. And there we go. That is how we bulk upload images using a Mac.